Alrighty guys, we're doing back today. Already warmed up a bit on the bike. Oh, you can't see me. Doing some lat pull downs. 2 warm-up sets first. Getting that blood flowing. Wide grip. And as you know, always controlled. In a pretty good mood today. Weather is amazing. Sun is shining. It's not as cold anymore. Feels really damn good. And as you can see, got that Sammy boy look with the microphone on my cap. Let's see if some of his spirit goes over to me. If you guys ever have days where you don't really feel like it, where the weather isn't as nice, where everything seems kind of eh. And I don't know if you want to hear this, but as someone who has been struggling a lot in his life, because life is never easy, it's what you make of it. And to be fair, especially in this sport, struggling through all of it and still going out of your way, moving your ass into the gym, and just hitting that goddamn weight just for your personal goal to look better. Even if it's just this small little thing, just getting a six-pack. I'll tell you, this is the start that turns your mindset all the way around, 180 degree. It'll change you. The sport is the thing that changed me, that helped me from being a loser, being the outsider or anything, to be now still somewhat of an outsider, but chosen one, because I don't want to socialize with too many people. I know I can, but I usually don't. And it just helps you a lot in life. You know what else helps you? Getting those wings. So do your lat pull downs. Up. Good. That's the warm up. Let's go heavy. Somewhere around body weight is fine. A little bit lower maybe. Just to pull him down deep enough. Yeah, I'm digging this. Actually digging this. And to add to that little story time, I wasn't always big or jacked or anything. I was a skinny kid, or the average Joe, you could say. I was like 65 kilograms, so what is that in freedom units? That's 120, 130 pounds. I was one plate on a bench on each side. That's how much I weighed. I almost doubled what I'm weighing right now because I stuck with it for time and time and time again. I stuck with it for 11 years. Even though I lost it during that COVID time where all the gyms were closed here in Germany, I just went straight back to it because I needed it. It's the only thing that helps me get through a stressful day. And hey, after working through all that, going through all the dirt, I am in a position right now that is, I think, a lot more comfortable, as you would say. But I chose to still do more work because I want this to get big. I want this to be something that I can be proud of, that my wife can be proud of, that our dog can be proud of, and most importantly, that you guys can be proud of. There is something that I just want to do. It's just my own goal to reach out to people and change something. Even if I can just change one person, make one person smile, make one person change their life, and turn to the Lord of Bump. Alright, heavy set now. Alright. Is that second to last set? I think it's the second to last set. Let's go with heavier. And yes, I'm a big advocate for strict form of everything. But if it's like the last 2 or 3 reps, I do like ego lift it a little bit, put a little bit of momentum into it just to maybe squeeze out one more rep. I know that's usually not the best way to do it because you're already at near failure if you can't pull it down strictly. But yeah, let's do it. Oh, fuck. Okay, I did it this time. I just tried to pull as strictly as possible. Ooh. Next is some isolateral pull downs with alternate arms.
Ja, ist frei.
Er ist frei. If it's not obvious that I'm not at the machine anymore, then it's probably free. Alright. So right arm. Going through a good stretch. First set's always a bit lighter, just get like a little local warm-up. I just feel like I have less injuries if I do that. And love me less injuries. Or no injuries at all. Would be great. And if you ever catch me not doing the same amount for each arm, it's because during an exercise I'm not capable of counting my reps. I literally just lose the ability to do that. Right, first working set. 3 plates each side. Kind of love this exercise. It feels pretty good. Get a good enough stretch in my lats. Oh, that's heavy. Dang. The lower grip's more difficult than the higher one. So, I'm gonna do the more difficult one. Not doing the easier one. I haven't done standard cable row in quite some time. Had to get used again to not move my upper body too far back, but actually feels good. And that's what I like about the sport. I have 11 years of experience, but then the guy running this gym has more than 30 years. He's trained with Dorian Yates. And I love to mix the knowledge of old school with some of the science-based stuff from today, because I'm all for science, but I'm also all for not overcomplicating training, because the more you plan, the more you try to optimize this or that, the less you get to training. The less you actually get to the point to just continuously up the weight, up the stress you put your muscles through. Just progressive overload has always been and is still one major fact that stays consistent: to progressively overload your muscles with more weight, more reps, cleaner exercise, cleaner movement. There's many ways to actually overload your training, to actually put some muscle building into action. And for people who don't know how much weight to use, if I use too little of a weight, there's a simple equation in physics. Force equals mass times acceleration. So, in an optimal world, acceleration of your weight stays the same, because you could argue if you move the same weight faster, which is true, you have more strength, you're stronger. But since you want to overload, you want to progress your weight, since your mass needs to go up and your acceleration wants to be consistent, because you don't want to injure yourself too much, because I bet you, if you try to load 200 kilos on a bench press, swing that shit down, your muscle's gonna snap, or your tendons. That's why progressively overloading the mass, so the weight you're using, equals to more force, more newtons that your muscle has to put up to move the weight. So if your acceleration stays the same, if you put mass on the other side of the equation, your force that you exert onto the weight, because your muscle exerts force onto the weight, has to be higher if you move it slower to move the same weight or a higher weight. Okay, that's physics talk. Let's turn that off. Okay, some deadlifts now, and unlike in my past, these deadlifts are going to be slow. I'm trying to strengthen my lower back. This is not going to be what you're used from me, strict hypertrophy, heavy weights, and just pumping it out. This one's going to be a more controlled approach. Don't even know if the camera's set up right. I'm just waiting for someone in the comments to just say, "No, you're gonna hurt your lower back with the way you're deadlifting." Dude, I'm doing something very specific for a very specific occasion. But Don't worry, internet doctor, you know everything. Easy peasy, 3 plates. Hoping the way I set up the camera you can see something. Yep. 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 But that wraps it up for today. I hope you liked it. If you did like it, please like, comment, and subscribe. And for more content, turn on the bell to be notified every time a video goes live. And if there's anything special, hit me up in the comments. Hit me up with a DM on IG or TikTok, and it'll help me too. Help me find some more interesting content to give to you, and maybe Maestro in the back here will join me on a video one day.